Bam, we're live. Good morning. Boy, Kanye stuff is really fucking heating up now. Boy, oh boy. I'm trying to remember that girl's name, the singer. Does anyone remember her name? Ketney? Her and her manager Lauren went over to Kanye's studio. And Kanye and Diddy were there. She talks about the studio whores. I wish I could remember her name. Ketney? Anyway, while we try to remember that, there's the stories come out. I don't know if you remember the story, but basically there was a lady. She told her story on Instagram. We played it on the show. And at 19 years old, she was this YouTube sensation that had like 4 million followers. And she was covering rap songs. And Kanye reached out to her. Diddy reached out to her and invited her to the studio. When the two ladies got to the studio, the manager, Lauren, and this other lady, I can't remember her name, they got there and there were 9 studio hoes there, 3 executives, and Kanye and Diddy in the room. And they gave this chick, Lauren, who was the manager of this 19-year-old music phenom, and they gave them drinks. And the artist that I can't remember her name, she didn't want to drink her drink because she figured out right away that it was spiked. Anyway, so the manager, Lauren, drank the drink, and then she started acting, I guess, in a way that wasn't familiar to her artist. She told the studio host to get out, and then she left, and this artist was left alone in the studio with Kanye and Diddy and these 3 executives. And then from there, the story goes on that Kanye and Diddy approached this chick and started like pulling off her clothes, and she panicked and she ran out of the room. Now, where the story gets weird is right after that, this chick, Lauren, who brought her artist there, was offered a job to be Kanye's assistant that paid $4 million a year. And this is the girl. Her name is Lauren Pisciotta. This is her. So this chick, I guess, was a manager or agent, and she brought her girl over to Kanye and Diddy's studio, left her artist alone in the room with Kanye and Diddy, and then her artist got, what seems to be almost raped, and ran away. Well, and then a couple of days later, this chick gets a job for $4 million a year. This chick, Lauren, gets a job for $4 million a year being Diddy's agent. Well, I guess this chick is now suing Kanye. And the stories kind of match up, but now more and more is coming out. It's pretty ballsy to sue a guy for sexual for being a shitty boss when you brought girls, at least one of your girls, to his studio who got an attempted diddling. I wonder how this plays out. I wonder if she thinks she's going to sue Kanye and Diddy for being I don't know what you want to call it, perverts or sending sexual texts to her or whatnot. But I wonder if as this unfolds, if she's concerned about being an accomplice in a fucking drugging and raping scandal. But check this out. Kanye West is being sued by his former assistant, Lauren Pisciotta, for allegedly drugging and sexually assaulting her during a studio session co-hosted by Sean Diddy Combs, according to California court documents. That's the one that we heard about last week. Remember the girl who got her shirt pulled off by Diddy and Kanye. Pisciotta previously sued the rapper in June, accusing him of sexual harassment, breach of contract, and wrongful termination. She also sued him and his various companies for fraud, unpaid wages, and intentional infliction of emotional stress. According to the amended lawsuit filed October 8th, obtained by TMZ, Pisciotta claims she and her former artist management client, who was not named, were invited to one of Combs' studio sessions. Shortly thereafter, they arrived. Drinks were served to her and others in attendance, followed by the announcement that everyone had to drink if they wanted to stay. Nothing bad yet. I think that's all. I think you can tell people like, hey, if you don't drink, you have to leave. Oh, Nikki, thank you, David. Thank you. Nikki Heaton. Nikki Heaton. Yeah. I like the way how you even spelt it right. That's solid. Nikki Heaton. Nikki Heaton. This is you saw Lauren, and now this is Nikki Heaton. This is the girl. Lauren brought Nikki Heaton over to Kanye and Diddy's studio. So these two girls rolled up, and Nikki Heaton said when she got there were studio hoes there, and she doesn't mean any disparagement by calling them studio hoes. It's just what they're called. But not her and her friend Lauren. They weren't studio hoes. They were a management and artist. I don't know if this is good news for any of you out there, but if you're a female out there, there's a man somewhere out there that's sexually attracted to you. Every day, if you're a woman, I would say with almost 99.99% certainty. I don't know if you want there to be guys attracted to you, but if you do, that's good news. If you're a woman, there's a man who's out there who's attracted to you. I can't say that for men. If you're a man, there is, I think, a good chance that there are probably. I think I don't think that except for the woman I wake up to next to every morning, I don't think every day I run into a woman who's attracted to me. I don't even know if maybe even once a year, or I don't know. I don't maybe once in the last 10 years. But if you're a woman, you should know that I'm going to say this with 99.9% certainty that every day you come across a man who's attracted to you, who's sexually attracted to you, who wants to smell you and kiss you and rub your back and be balls deep in you. Maybe I even let me see. Pat Lang, see if he agrees with me. If you're a man, there's a woman out there that is absolutely attracted to you as well. Oh, I don't know. Fuck, Pat. I thought we were going to agree on this one. Damn. No, not me, buddy. Not me. Yeah, Julia. So, I don't know if this is a good thing or bad thing, but if maybe you should turn the show off if you don't want to hear the truth. But 99% of men who see you are attracted to you. Like maybe like your dad's not. Okay. We do agree. Women love you, bro. No. You're ruining my story. No more. Don't say anything else. You're ruining my story. Okay. So you should that's important. I want to circle back to that. Yeah, gross. But I'm telling you, Christine, every day when you're out, like if you go to Costco, there's and you see 100 dudes, there's 50 dudes who see you who like either consciously or subconsciously would like to bathe with you. Rub fucking oil on your back. It's just the way it is. Men, they don't it doesn't even mean anything, but I'm just telling you that the way men size up other men, and then they're also attracted to people. Those are like two things that are just like on loop in us. Even Gandhi and Jesus and the Dalai Lama and the Pope, and yeah, it's just on loop. Now if you're and it's not just women they're attracted to. Like Tim Walz is attracted to little boys. I suspect they are. Yeah, on autopilot. Yeah. I have to boot men from my bath daily. Well, there you go. See? I don't know. Do you ever feel bad for bathing? God, you guys are going to hate me for this. Boy, oh boy, I'm in big trouble. It's the libtard in me. I feel bad taking a bath, like I'm wasting water. I know. let's not talk about that though. Let's make that a different show. You guys can, yeah. Oh, so Pat is a little more bold, a little more free than me. Pat wants to say, I agree to this point. Men want to fuck everything. I know this because I do too. I don't act on it, but I want to. Yep. There you go. Okay. So that's I would say that's not extreme. Heidi Kroom, water is a renewable resource for fuck's sake. I know. Anyway, okay. So let me take you back to this. So this is Nikki Heaton, and now her friend and manager who took her to Kanye and Diddy's studio and then left her alone in the room for fucking 5 minutes. This chick got basically attacked by Kanye and Diddy, supposedly, and this chick's not suing. And for what it's worth, I mean, I wouldn't bet my life on it or my kid's life on it. I think her story is true. I think Kanye and Diddy like pulled her shirt off and she panicked and freaked out. Well, her friend then, who we talked about, let me see if I can find her friend's Instagram. Her friend then, who brought her there and manager, ends up becoming Kanye's agent for $4 million a year. Now this chick is suing Diddy. This chick is now suing Kanye. Sorry, this chick is now suing Kanye for sexual harassment, even though she brought her friend there and her friend was diddled or attempted diddled. But then after that, she took a job with Kanye being his assistant. Piscotti drank, and after a few small sips of the beverage poured at the direction of Kanye West, a.k.a. Ye, by a studio assistant, who Nikki already called a studio hoe, and then served to her by Kanye West, plaintiff suddenly started to feel disoriented, per the filing. The next day, she claimed she woke up and remembered almost nothing about what took place the night before, only that she left immense shame and embarrassment. So she doesn't remember anything, but she had shame and embarrassment. I was going to rip on her for that, but I can get that. I don't know about the shame part, but the embarrassment part for sure I could relate to. For years, West's assistant, for years. So after this, she wasn't West's assistant at the time. That was the first time she'd met him, according to that Nikki. But so then she becomes his assistant after that, after the shame and embarrassment incident. And West's former assistant thought she had only got roofied and made a fool of herself at the event. Much later, she says the rapper allegedly brought up the night in question and told her that they did kind of hook up, according to the suit, and provided details about what happened between them. While Combs is named in the amended case filing as the co-host of the event, Pisciotti is not accusing the former music mogul. Former? He's not a music mogul anymore, did he? Who is now in jail awaiting his trial for sex trafficking and racketeering of any wrongdoing at the time. The Hollywood Reporter has reached out to a rep for Kanye West. According to the initial suit, the OnlyFans model. So not only that, but Lauren was an OnlyFans model. If you, boy, oh boy, this one's going to be interesting one to explain. If you were a woman, there are guys out there who will like you because you seem fun and cool and easygoing, and you like to go to the beach, and you like working out, and you're into Christianity, and you want to have kids, and basically a lot of like superficial things align, right? There's going to be guys who are out there who like you for that. You're fun to talk to. You teach them a lot. My wife teaches me a lot of things. You help your man pursue his goals. You teach him, things that maybe he might have shortcomings in: patience, observational skills. You want to have kids. He wants to have kids. His parents like you. Those things play a role. I've never heard of a guy who likes a woman because of her car. I wonder if that's a thing. But there's men who will like you for all sorts of things. And if you do things superficially to attract men, they will like you for those superficial things. Car girls are kind of hot. You mean like girls that wrench on cars and shit? Yeah, I agree. I agree. My buddy has this really fucking attractive wife, and we went on a motorcycle outing with her one time. There were like 14 of us, and one of the guys got a flat tire on his motorcycle, and she was the only person there who could change it, who could fix it. And I'm gonna tell you, it made her like she went from like very attractive to like marriage material. I get it. I totally get it. She goes hunting with them and shit. Ah, Teresa, like boob jobs, yes. So if you do things as a woman to superficially change yourself, to make yourself more attractive, lip gloss, hair straightener, of course, men are going to high heels. Men are going to find you more attractive physically. Like it's gonna catch their attention. It's like a washed Ferrari versus a dirty Ferrari, right? Which is fine. It makes total sense. And like if you don't smell, I mean that's a plus. You know, you don't get credit for not smelling, but if you do smell, that's no good, right? Unless you like the person's smell. Oh, here we go, Philip Kelly. Thank you, thank you. I'm really beating around the bush today, feeling very insecure about the topic. Thank you, I appreciate you guys all helping me out, David, Philip, and Mr. Lang. Phil, the whole and whoever said the boob thing. I didn't know who said that. That was a girl. The whole point of makeup is to look sexy. Yeah, little right. Some that stuff that you put on your eyelashes, little mascara. Makeup's for empowerment. uh, Chris says it's fraudulent, like false advertising. Oh, blush is to make you look like you just got railed. Oh, is that true? Oh, PK, you use eyeliner? That's cool. I've used what have I gay liner. What have I used? I'm trying to think if I've used. I think I've used chapstick, not to make myself look better, but my lips used to crack. They don't crack anymore. It's weird. I used to use chapstick, not a lot. You know, it was seasonal. I would use chapstick. I don't think it changed the color of my lips though. So, okay, let me keep reading, and then we'll get back to this women thing that I'm beating around the bush with. Hollywood, one of the texts he sent her reportedly read, "See, my problem is I be wanting to fuck, but then after I fuck, I want a girl to tell me how hard they've been fucked while I'm fucking them. Then I want her to cheat on me." Per the suit, in another one, he allegedly wrote, "Is my dick racist? I'm going to stare at pictures of white women with black asses and beat the shit out of my racist dick." How could there be white women with black asses? He means like the shape. He's like saying it's a white girl with a black girl's butt, like shaped butt. A more bulbous butt, stereotypically speaking. Bulbous. Okay, so he's sending those texts to his assistant. I don't know what the legality. I don't know what the legality is of that. If one of my guy friends were to send me that, there would be no problem. I don't know. Like maybe you're not allowed to send stuff. I don't know if I guess you're not allowed to send stuff like that to people who you pay money to. But definitely for sure. I mean, I don't send texts like that to my guy friends, but I have guy friends who do send me stuff like that, and I have over the years. One of the famous things that probably 24 guys have sent me over the years. It seems to be guys like this joke is they'll send you a picture of a really fucking smoking hot chick getting out of a spa naked, and you'll see side boob and this incredible ass, and then she'll turn around and she has a dick. For some reason, there's this cohort of guys that likes to send that around. Or another gift that guys like to send is they'll show a guy having sex doggy style with a girl, and she'll be hot, and she'll have these pendulous titties swinging around, and then the camera will pan around, and you'll see where he's having doggy style with her. You can see the guy in front of him isn't really a girl, it's a guy, and you can see his cock and balls hanging down. And so, I assume if, like, probably that's been sent to me, those types of things have been sent to me probably in the last 15 years, ever since there's been you could send texts, GIFs, and videos. I'd say 2 dozen times, 24 times. Are Taylor's texts considered harassment? Taylor definitely doesn't send sexually explicit stuff like that. He's pretty straight-laced. He just sends funny stuff like, uh and he doesn't send a lot, but you know what I mean? He'll send funny the perfect example is, well, I'll be sitting down having breakfast at an event, and he'll walk, pretty far away, 30 to 50 feet away, and when he pees, he'll pee like a 2-year-old. He'll lower his shorts, like, down to his knees, you know what I mean? And everyone will look over, and you'll see his butt. That's it. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. His stuff's pretty G-rated. Well, what's wrong with that? Are you transphobic? I personally, it doesn't bother me at all. Most guys, when they see it, know, and they'll right away text, "I'm not gonna open that." I open it. I look at it. But Taylor's not I don't pay Taylor. Taylor and I have just a friendship. I don't think I don't send any stuff like that, or I don't know why. I just don't send stuff like that. I am on some text threads where there's women where guys will send, fucking crazy shit like that too. I don't send text with, like, I'm trying to think. I don't send text. I don't use, racial epithets. Like, I would never type out "nigga" in a text thread, or, send, like, sex stuff. I don't do that in a text thread. I would send, like, "Holy fuck, look how hot this chick is." Like, I sent when Katrin got her boobs, I sent a link to her Instagram to a text thread. And then quickly someone on the side sent me, Josie Hamming's Instagram. I guess she got a new set of huge bolt-ons. We'll get to that too in a second. But someone then sent me that. So then I sent that to the group. But it's just, why not type it? I don't know. I don't know. But, like, I won't type out, like, any really racial slurs like chink or kike or nigga or spick. I just don't do that. I don't know why. I don't really I mean, I don't use those words in my I never use those words in my daily life. The only time I ever say those words is on this show, or if I'm singing. There's not a lot of songs with the word chink in it. I can't think of any. Um, I don't know. To just out of context, I don't use those words. You know what I mean? By context, I mean, like, if I'm not talking about someone else using those words, or I'm talking about those words for the sake of those words, then I just don't use those words. I don't have a place to use those words. It's not that I'm opposed to any words. I just don't have a place to it. Okay. So he's sending, so it's this chick Lauren chick who now we know is an OnlyFans girl who brought her friend over to his studio before she worked with him and got diddled, and now she's the assistant. So I'm she knows what he's about, right? If someone roofies you and then you become their assistant, I'm not saying that's wrong, but now you know what you're in for, right? And your friend got diddled by him. And if you're his assistant, you must be seeing other girls get roofied and diddled, I'm assuming. I know I'm making that assumption. At the Times, West legal rep released a lengthy statement saying the rapper would be pursuing legal action against his former assistant who actively pursued. So here we go. At the time, West legal rep released a lengthy statement saying the rapper would be pursuing legal action against his former assistant. So he's going to sue her now. Oh, sorry. Let me read this first. According to Rolling Stone, Piscotto also claimed that the rapper was fixated on the penis size. I think a lot of guys are of her partners, and would masturbate during phone conversations with her. So I guess he would say to his assistant, if his assistant was dating a guy, Kanye would be like, "How big's his dick? Yo, how big's his dick? Yo, how big's his dick?" So I guess he was fixated on that. And that he would somehow she knows that he would masturbate to her during phone conversations. I don't do that. I don't do any phone sex or sexting or FaceTime sex. I'm old school. At the time, West Legal Rep released a lengthy statement saying the rapper would be pursuing legal action against his former assistant, who actively pursued him sexually to coerce employment and other material benefits, then engaged in blackmail and extortion when her advances were rejected. So he's saying that she tried to fuck him on the reg, and he wouldn't. And that really upset her. And she tried to be like, "Hey, if you don't fuck me, I'm going to do this to you." X, Y, and Z. The statement continued in part, during her employment, Miss Pisciotti offered West sex on his birthday, to which he declined, sent West unsolicited nude images, sexual narratives, and was seen twerking in the office during business hours. On one occasion, Biscotti boasted how the best moment of her life was when she was being ejaculated on by a soccer player while simultaneously texting her boss. It is well documented how Piscotti consistently used sexual coercion in an attempt to demand not only money but material items, namely Hermes Birkin bags, a Lamborghini, and endless quest for plastic surgery. If you are a girl and you have and you get fake boobs, there's going to be more and more guys who like you for physical physical relationships as opposed to I don't know, liking you because they think you're cool. Like I have a friend who will only date Christian girls, and so I'm sure like that's like the number one thing. But my wife, I remember the first time I saw her, she'd come over to my house in college. Haley'd come over to my house in college because her friend was courting one of my friends, and I saw her walk in the room, and I right away, walked up to her. I'm like, "Hey, you want to go for a walk and get some wine?" And she's like, "No, I don't." She was a clean Los Angeles County girl. Nice, sweet Jewish girl. I had fucking long hair and barefoot and probably had a joint hanging out of my mouth. If you have giant fake tits and you're twerking, the majority of men are looking at you as somewhere to put their penis and ejaculate into one of your holes. It just is the facts. Vindicate. Hey, hey, want to share this box of wine on the beach with me and poop in my van? Listen, I didn't poop in the van till we were married. Sevon, when was that video I posted of you filmed? You look like a teenager. I think that was 2010. I think I was making that movie Desert Runners, and the producer of the movie wanted me to make a video talking about my training. I would never have been able to film that movie if I wasn't in fucking amazing shape. I fucking destroyed there were probably 10 other filmmakers on that trip, on those trips to the 4 deserts. The trips were spread out over a year, 2 weeks at each desert: Antarctica, the Sahara in Egypt, the Gobi in China, and the Atacama in Chile. In each of them, we spent 2 weeks. And you had to carry all your food with you and your camera gear, all your food for the entire week. They provided water. And I was in fucking crazy shape. Like that was, those were the days. When was that? 2010. That was 14 years ago. Like my go-to workout back then, I would do 10 thrusters at 135, 10 muscle ups, 3 rounds. I would just do that once a week at least. Antarctica was insane. I'd never seen so much wildlife. I saw everything. Just, you wouldn't believe how many birds and fucking seals and whales and penguins, and it was absolutely nuts. It was the craziest trip ever. I went there in a boat. I went there on a Russian icebreaker from, I think, the tip of Argentina. Is that what country's down there? Ushuaia. There was some city down there. I think it was a 11-story Russian icebreaker, and we sailed over there, and it was the captain said it was one of the worst storms he'd ever seen. You have to sail through this water called I think it's called the Drake's Passage, and the boat was rocking so hard for 48 hours that the windows on the 7th floor would go into the ocean. I didn't eat for 2 days. It was nuts. It was absolutely batshit crazy nuts. I get a little fucking nauseous thinking about it actually just now. It was bad. It was bad. And there were fucking people on the boat who it didn't faze them. And I don't get boat sick. Uh-oh, Heidi, here we go. Oh no, Heidi. So if she didn't have fake tits, hi Heidi. You're very attractive, and throughout your day there's men who want to fucking 69 you. Heidi Kroom. So if she didn't have fake tits and the men acted the same way, would we be blaming it? What would we be blaming it on? I don't know where you got to blaming. I don't know where. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know where you got blaming. I don't know where you got blaming. Audrey, Heidi has great tits. I can't even remember your tits. I've reached an age where I can put up a wall too. And I have a wife and kids. Like when I hung out with Heidi a bit when she came out to Greg's house, and I really enjoyed her. And her mansicle. She brought a fucking giant slab of beef with her. I didn't objectify you. No, I'm not saying they're non-memorable tits. Listen, if Heidi had huge fucking D titties and she would have been wearing a fucking bikini top that fucking barely covered her nipples, I'd have seen them. But like we were just hanging out, like we were just hanging out like at Greg's house and at the Talk, and I went and had breakfast with her in the morning, and it was just people. That's it. Yeah, I mean, if you're wearing a wife beater and like yesterday I went to a cafe with the kids, and there was a girl in there who was 25 years old who was wearing something that looked like lingerie on top, and it was made of silk, and she had these tiny little banana titties, and she clearly had no bra on, and she was pacing back and forth on the patio of the cafe, and you could see the titties just undulating under there, like moving under there. And I never once thought, oh, I want to bang her. I'm sexually attracted to her. But anytime I could, I looked over and, like, if I didn't think she was going to catch me, I looked over and watched the titties move around under her shirt. Banana titties, like the kind that, like, you imagine the nipples would be pointing up like this. You know what I mean? Like, they weren't pendulous. If I use that word, I didn't mean hers. They weren't pendulous. They were like, they looked like they were like ski slopes. So, if there's things that I don't think are unfair. I don't know if it's unfair or not fair. I'm just telling you the facts. If you're an OnlyFans girl, if you have giant fake D titties, if you're going to a rapper's studio in the middle of the night and they're fucked up, like at what point are you like, hey, these dudes just want to fuck me? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I should be asking questions. No, I didn't. I had no. Pat, you're wrong. Pat says, dude, you said that you're hard every time you touch a boob. And by the way, I'm not hard every time I touch a boob. I touch a boob and I get hard. Important distinction. Don't say you don't wanna fuck the banana titty girl, it's okay, we know you do. I do not. I did not wanna fuck the banana titty girl. And, another thing is there's guys who will actually, I am not one of them, I say this with peace and love. There's guys who, they see that, and right then and there, they're thinking they're actually visualizing fucking the girl. I'm more the type of guy when I was single is, "Well, I wonder what kind of wine she likes." It's just, by no means am I blaming anyone, but you gotta see the story. You gotta see the whole story, Heidi. You gotta see the whole story. And, do you I'm not blaming, Katrin for the biology of men, but now that she got those titties, she's gonna lose 1,500 dads who are following her, who don't want her as an example for their, daughters, and she's gonna attract, you know, um, 100,000 men who obsess on tits. It's just the way it is. I'm not You could blame the guys, you could blame her, you could say it's mutual, that's all I'm saying. I wanna fuck the banana titty girl, and I never saw her, I don't believe you, you're a horny bastard like me. I am, but I don't go there. I just don't go there. Oh, Barry McCockner, it's more than 100,000, yeah. And so, fuck, blame God, I don't know, but how you present yourself on the internet is how you're gonna attract people. If you're a guy and you're, uh drive a fucking Lamborghini, you're gonna attract girls who wanna be with a guy who has the resources to buy a Lamborghini. I'm not, and they call them gold diggers, like, I don't think that's fair. I'm not knocking a girl who, is attracted to a guy who has the resources to buy a Lamborghini. I don't think that that's a bad reason to, like, I'm not saying that you have to marry the fucking guy, but be like, "Okay, this guy has resources to buy a Lamborghini." And, I'm not saying that that's a and I'm not knocking guys who are I mean, I was physically for fucking the first year of my relationship that I knew my wife, I was strictly fucking, like, attracted. I just wanted to be fucking naked with her. I knew what I was doing. If you had daughters, you would think differently than you do on this subject. If I had a daughter, I wouldn't let her out of my sight, ever, especially if she was cool as fuck like me. Oh, what is this? Plans are being made. Good morning. Um, uh, hmm. There's nothing wrong with being attracted to someone because they have a shitload of money. There's nothing wrong with being attracted to someone who because they have a huge set of tits. There's nothing wrong with being attracted to someone because they have the same Christian values as you. I'm not suggesting any of that. I'm not passing judgment on it. These headphones are completely falling apart. Yeah, because 'cause they're good at fitness. Yeah, I I mean, let's face it, 80% of the girls who do, CrossFit aren't the games aren't, like, inherently attractive. By inherently attractive, I mean, like, fitting any stereotypical fucking norm of what's hot, but what's hot about them is that they fucking put their hair up in a ponytail and fucking get at it. I mean, there are some weird shaped motherfuckers in the games. The men are way more attractive than the women in the CrossFit Games, the elite athletes, by far. There's not it's not even close. Sevy, what are you talking about? Attractive? You're just talking about stereotypical fucking attractiveness. Correct. That's correct. Correct. Sevon, I sent 3 super chats yesterday, all of which were unread. Am I being censored by them? No. I do my fucking best to read all the fucking super chats. I want to encourage you guys to send as much money as fucking possible. Here, I also don't I also don't, um, uh okay, I'll tell you the truth. This is the absolute truth. That wasn't the truth that I wanna encourage you guys to send money. Here's the truth. The chats come so fast and furious, and yesterday's show and so, like, during the broadcast, it's like a real pain to read any comments, but I want to read them because I fucking love you guys, and you guys are fucking the base of the pyramid of the show. So when someone sends a super chat here in StreamYard and the interface I'm using looks different than yours, I don't know what it looks like on YouTube, but here they get highlighted. So that's why I read them. I'm like, fuck, that person was kind enough to fucking give $2 or $10 or $50 if it's Jody Lynn. And so I fucking read it. But then other than that, and even if I don't want to, even if it interrupts the flow of the show. And so if I miss one, and then usually what I do is when I see one pop up, the reason why I fall behind in the comments, when I see one pop up, I freeze the chat for a second and I just wait until there's a break and then I'll read it. So yeah, you guys are the base. Like if it wasn't, I mean, I used to come on here in the morning to do a show. Now I come on here to hang out with you guys. You guys make this gig so fucking fun and easy. So if I missed a super chat, and then sometimes, like a super chat will come by and I'll miss it, and someone like Philip Kelly will be like, just write in the comments, Sevon, you missed a super chat from so and so, or someone will write that, and then I'll start scrolling back and looking for it. And I've noticed over time, I've noticed there's certain things that will get my attention that get me to read a chat. So certain people's names, if I see Pat Lang's name, or Jeffrey, or just people, or Audrey, or Heidi, like there's names that will catch my attention. Or if someone says my name in there, hey Sevon, or if it says Sevon, that will usually catch my attention. So Trish, it's crazy to me that 226 people are watching, but only 20 people are chatting. I think a lot of people are multitasking too. I hope so. I'm hoping people I hope people are like driving to work and shit. Yawn, fake tits mean you should expect assault. My kids don't have any vaccines. My kids are Avi has his first polio vaccine. The polio shot is 3 shots, and Avi has his first shot. And to this day, my fucking wife fucking is so sad that she did that. And ironically, he's the only one of my sons that has any type of like every once in a couple times a year he'll have some sort of like sniffing or sinus shit going on. But no ear infections, no eye infections, no throat infections, no sickness, very, very, very rare. We had something blow through earlier in the year where one of my kids just had a really bad fever. Ari had a really bad fever for like 2 or 3 weeks. But and he's 7, but other than that, no eczema, no, they're baseline kids. They're like, they could be used in a study. They're just baseline kids. No allergies, no nothing. So that's the Kanye thing. I'm just saying, if you're an OnlyFans girl, 99% of the men who are attracted to you think you're a cum dumpster. No, they don't think you're a cum dumpster. They want to think you're a cum dumpster. They want to perceive you as a cum dumpster if you have an OnlyFans account. And I'm not suggesting that it's true, and I'm not blaming, I'm not saying that they deserve anything to happen to them. I'm just telling you that's how it works. It's like snakes with red on them. 99% of them are poisonous. It's just the signal. It's just the international signal for cum dumpster is you have an OnlyFans account. And if you have fake titties and and you walk around braless in a wife beater, I'm not suggesting that you deserve anything bad to happen to you or blaming you. I'm just telling you that 99% of men who are attracted to you, they're fixating on your tits and what they want to do to them. That's it. Sevi, do you think you and I got a different polio vaccine than what is available today? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked into that, but 100%. I would bet fucking 100 of my listeners' lives on it. Yeah, I don't think anything. I don't even think that each batch is the same as the batch before it. I don't think you get, Christine says it probably is out of the system now. I don't think it ever gets out of your system. From what I know, when you take any of those things, you, permanently alter your immune system. And that's the big reason why they don't ever that's one of the reasons why they never investigate it, that as the source of why kids are getting sick or injured, because it's not like Vicodin where you get a prescription of Vicodin. My wife gets a prescription of Vicodin, she comes home and she has a stomach ache, so she can call the doctor and be like, "Hey, it gives me a stomach ache," and he switches her to Oxycontin or whatever. It's not like that. It's, those aren't like that. We've had enough boob chat. Gay. If you are a man and you are a high school teacher. Okay, ready, Pat? Round 2. So far, we're good. If you're a man and you're a high school teacher and you're the teacher who starts the gay alliance, gay safety club at your high school, that is a red flag. Careful, Sevi. I will. That's a red flag. If you're a guy and you're a teacher, that's a red flag. Small red flag, but it's a red flag. You're a guy and you're a teacher, and more of a red flag, more of a red flag, the younger the kids you teach. So if you're a professor at a college, it's a very small red flag, maybe not even a red flag. But if you're a kindergarten, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, the flags get bigger and smaller and smaller. But if you're a guy, if you're a teacher, there's a small red flag. And then the flag gets smaller as you get teach older and older kids. If you're a teacher and you are also the founder, and you're a male teacher and you're the founder of the gay club at your high school, not only just the teacher representative of it, but the founder of it, there's a bigger red flag. Thoughts on male gynecologists? Yeah, this is not true, Mike McCaskey. This is absolutely not true, according to some people. Not me, of course. I'm fully with you. God, I don't want another strike. I just got a strike already. Last week, they pulled down the Russell Burger show. I don't know if I told you guys that. What you're saying is retarded stuff on Papa Birchfield got a red flag on him too. Don't listen. Don't get emotionally twisted. Don't get twisted. I have no suspect of Papa Birchfield, Jeffrey, my colleague. I'm just saying. Listen, If you're a man, there's a fucking red flag on you. How's that? No, listen, Sevi pays a male to teach his kids jujitsu and skateboarding, and tennis. Are you directly funding creeps? No, I'm not suggesting. Listen, guys, if you're born, there's a fucking red flag on you. You get enough red flags, you get a little red flags, you get a big red flag. Oh my goodness. How about a little grace for me? So let me go on here. Those of you who are extremists like myself, this one's going to be tough for you uh, uh, to get through. So I'm looking for. Have you guys been watching what's going on with Tampon Tim? He is a proponent of tampons in male bathrooms. He is the coach of the football team. Even the coach of the football team got a small little red flag. Pat Lang, male teachers are fine, dude. I agree. They're fine. I agree. They're fine. Tampon Tim wanted tampon. First of all, he's a teacher. Red flag. Wants tampons in the bathrooms at the. Oh God, you guys want to hear this crazy story? I should be very careful telling this one because this is close to my circle. But I'm starting to encounter people who act weird around me who I don't know, and later on I'm like, why the fuck was that person like that to me? And they're like, dude, they heard your podcast. And so, yeah. Oh, the show's over? 1999. Does that mean I should get off the show? It's over? Okay. Great hanging with you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Yeah, beg for me to come back. Drop to a knee, Mr. Weed. Douche canoe. Finally. Okay, listen, stop interrupting me. Listen. Teacher, football coach wants tampons in the bathrooms at the high school. Passed the laws to allow gender child genital mutilation without notification of parents. Trips to China where the legal age for having fornicating with a child is 14 years old. Always traveling with boys. Now an accuser has come out. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Tampon Tim is now being accused of one of the students in the gay club that he founded and started and ran in his high school is saying that Tampon Tim took him to like an Indigo Girls concert. I think it was Indigo Girls. And danced with him, slow danced with him at the concert, put his hands down the back of his pants, took him back to his house, or took him to a gay bar, got him drunk, took him back to his house, and blew him. And the guy said that he ejaculated in Walls' mouth like in a minute. And because he ejaculated so quick in Walls' mouth that he assumed he was gay, and then he continued to have a relationship with Walls for 2 or 3 years. And he would get jealous when Walls would take other kids to the Indigo concert. And of course, it was a kid from his school. Dude, Jesus. I know. It's crazy. I know. Jesus, Sevi. I know. I'm telling you. I'm looking. I don't see where the I thought I had it in my show notes. I don't see where it's at. And of course, the left media is just ferociously fucking attacking, right? Saying that it's just completely bullshit. I don't. But my notes must be all fucked up this morning. Oh, is this it? Oh, maybe I did. Oh. Here it is. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Fuck, man. The pedocrats are wild, dude. It's long. It's long. Yeah, Touchdown Tim. They call him Touchdown Tim. Yeah, Pat Lang. It's all confirmed on The Onion. Hey, dude, listen. So as I'm working this last night, I'm thinking, well, what's Pat Lang gonna say? How's he gonna fucking flip out? You know what I mean? I'm fucking looking at my phone. I got one hand on my ball sack, and I'm thinking of Pat Lang, and I'm like, man, what's Pat gonna say? But the thing is, dude, is there's so many fucking red flags, dude. There's so many fucking red flags. Like, where are you just like, I told you guys the story. Right? About Victor Salva. Victor Salva was the director of that movie Powder and a bunch of other big time movies. And I was an extra on one of his movies one time. And he gathered the boys, and the star of the movie was this boy, and he gathered all of us boys around. And I remember he looked me in the eyes and he's like, you know what? I really like you. I'm going to give you a talking part in my next movie. I was in the 8th grade. And I'm like, oh, cool. And then we're gathered around him and he's showing us footage that was shot from the movie. And we're in the tent. And then he looks at all the boys. He goes, do any of you masturbate into your socks? And I remember I told my stepmom that story. And she's like, ooh, I don't want you hanging out with that guy anymore. Don't be alone with him. And I remember thinking, you fucking bitch. That was a great moment. I really enjoyed hanging out with him. I thought he was really connecting with me. And he introduced me to masturbating in socks. I'd never thought of that. And then 6 months later, Victor Salva was fucking arrested for fucking the bejesus out of the boy child star in that movie. And it's like, dude, how many fucking red flags do you need? VNDK8.com, Vindicate, VNDK8.com. Get your CEO shirts.
The walls could talk, then Tim Waltz would probably want them to shut the fuck up. This year is the 1995 yearbook of Alliance High School in Nebraska. What's interesting about this title is that it's the same year that Tim Waltz resigned or got fired from his position.
I wasn't in Powder. He made Powder, I think, after the movie I was in. But that movie never came out. That movie never came out. It was a horror movie because the kid got diddled. Like, I wonder if that movie's gonna come out where Alec Baldwin fucking shot that lady.
At the school. Why, you might ask? Well, shocking as the allegations are, I'll tell you that I am not one bit surprised. This article here, you see that Tim Waltz and his wife Gwen took a gay student to an Indigo Girls concert in the 90s. However, the student has a very different recollection of that night. Not only of that night, but of his relationship with Tim Waltz. On Friday, Tim Waltz tweeted out, all Donald Trump and JD Vance know about manufacturing is how to manufacture bullshit. And he got this reply from the black insurrectionist. Okay, Tim, I guess now would be a good time to drop my October surprise. You remember him, right? The real reason you walked away from teaching? The kid who spent the night at your home? The one you went to the gay bar with? The reason the school board had a meeting about you? What do you think, Tim? Should I drop that now or should I wait another week or so? You know the student you were having sex with? The male student you were having sex with? They didn't call you Touchdown Timmy because you were the football coach. Oh, wait, you lied about that also. You were the assistant coach. What do you think, Tim? You remember the Indigo Girls concert, right? The gay bar, spending nights, and of course the high school board meeting. It's time, Tim. Touchdown Timmy. You were touchy, all right. I'm pretty sure that this was the face that Tim Waltz had after he read that tweet, because the victim was in communication with black insurrectionists. And isn't this also the face of people who are guilty of something? Like, it just screams like, oh, fuck, I've been caught. Grab your snacks, because this is where it gets juicy. This is a statement from the alleged victim. I've decided to make a public statement regarding the relationship between myself and Tim Waltz.
So it goes on and on. And what's crazy is the only pushback the media on the left has about this is they're saying that you can see a cursor line in the guy's tweet that shows that the black insurrectionist wrote it as opposed to was publishing what this guy who is allegedly diddled by Tim Walz said. And it's like, dude, that just means he copied and pasted it into a tweet or onto Microsoft whatever Word document. Do you think if Walz was on tape saying he assaults women all the time, then 17 women accuse him of assault would be a red flag? Do you think so? Tim does sound like a pedo, though. Yeah, listen, Pat, listen. If that last line you said, Tim does sound like a pedo, though. Yeah, that's it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I mean, listen, putting tampons in the boys' bathroom, strike 1 and 2. Pushing for the legalization of gender, chopping off the penises of fucking sex organs of boys and titties off of girls, allowing them to do it at the age of 12 without parental consent. Strike fucking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Head of the gay fucking club at the high school, and you're a guy. Fucking, you're out, dude. Rocket ship launched to Pluto for you. Next ride off the planet, please. I don't know the Indigo Girls either. Is that like some notorious? Is it like Britney Swift? You like just gay dudes and trannies like it? Is that kind of music? Anyway, it goes on and on. It's got some graphic detail in it. I guess Walls blew the dude and took a load off him. That's what really fucked the kid up, because the kid, it sounds like the kid's not really gay, but he thinks he is gay because Walls blew him anyway. I don't know. I mean, fuck, I wouldn't put. I just want to hear more. I like the story. A vote for Kamala Walz is a vote for child mutilation. Let's talk about why. In 2023, Walz signed a measure into law protecting the administration of puberty blockers and gender-affirming care to minors. Gender-affirming care. God, I fucking hate it how they do that. In 2023, Walz signed a measure into law protecting the administration of puberty blockers and other things that mutilated the genitalia of kids, effectively endorsing medical interventions on children who are yet capable of giving full informed consent. Tim Walz signed bill making Minnesota a sanctuary state for child sex changes. What a weird thing to get behind. What a fucking weird thing to get behind. I call things for what they are, buddy. You say you like to grab women's pussies. Sounds to me like you probably grab people's pussies. You put tampons in a boy's bathroom, you're probably fucked up. Listen. That doesn't even make sense. I call you for what you are. You say you like to grab women's pussies. Are you referencing Donald Trump saying that when you're famous you can just grab women's pussies? Is that what you're referencing? I'm gonna say that 99% of the men here like touching women's pussies. The Spike. Twitter user, the Black Insurrectionist, also claimed he had a whistleblower with tape showing ABC rigged the debate and nothing ever came out. I wouldn't take that user seriously without actual proof. Fair enough. I saw that also. Fair enough. The thing is, though, Spike, and I agree with you, the ABC debate was rigged. Now, whether there was actually the ABC debate was 100% rigged. 100%. And we would have to define rigged, but it was 100% rigged. The question is was there really a whistleblower, right? So, and hey, there's a distinction also between grabbing a pussy and sucking off a fucking kid a child. If that's you defending a rapist on a minor, then that's disgusting. I'm not sure what that's in reference to, but there is no defense. The thing is you can't do anything to a minor. Like you don't have to prove ninth grade child and a 50-year-old teacher. You don't need to prove that the consent, menshent, all that shit out the fucking door. Out the fucking door. You don't need to prove any of it. He claimed the whistleblower sent a letter to the House Speaker, and the Speaker confirmed he didn't get a letter. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything to me, though, either. I disagree with you, John Rudy. The craziest part of this whole election is that people actually believe that politicians will actually help the people in any way. I don't agree with you. I think Sousa agrees with you. Yeah. It's weird how the left conflates they let you between adults and blowing a child. I agree. It's fucking disgusting. I don't even know what you're talking about. Mike, 17 women accused a man of sexually assaulting them, and he's on tape talking about sexually assaulting women. You're actually cool with that? Oh God, you're so fucking stretching the details. You're so taking two stories and like forcing them together as hard as you can. Yeah. What's going on with that? Philip Kelly, Sebi, if we're going to discuss diddling children, please watch the Mendez Brothers on Netflix. Yeah, what's the deal with that? Did they get busted for they got busted for killing their parents, and now it's coming out they were getting diddled, so they might get off? Sevon, what don't you like about Trump? I don't know if there's things I don't like about him. There's things I wish he would do better. I don't know. Trump did push Operation Warp Speed. Mason Mistral, Sevi is shook on that one. Holy shit, they've been in jail for 30 years? Wow. Wow. That's wild. I'd love to get your take on this one. Let me hear. What do you guys think about this? This is fucking nuts. Bill Clinton campaigns for Kamala and references what happened to Lake and Riley and immigrants. This is fucking nuts right here. Did he just fucking torpedo is he attacking Kamala or defending her? Or Biden. I can't even figure this one out. Here we go.
You had a case in Georgia not very long ago, didn't you? They made an ad about a young woman who'd been killed by an immigrant. Yeah, well, if they'd all been properly vetted, that probably wouldn't have happened. But if they're all properly vetted, and that doesn't happen, and America is not having enough babies to keep our populations up, so we need immigrants that have been vetted to do work, there wouldn't be a problem. You got a case in...
What the fuck is he saying? What's the argument here? That I'm making a stretch here because I haven't seen the whole thing, but is he suggesting that because Donald Trump was against adding more Border Patrol agents recently? Well, that's what they're claiming. He wasn't against adding more Border Patrol agents, but they had a bill where more Border Patrol agents were part of the bill, and that bill didn't pass. And so he's saying he's trying to blame Trump because they weren't vetted properly because we didn't have enough people at the border. How fucking cockamamie is that? So if you don't have enough agents, then you just don't let them in. You don't be like, well, fuck it. I've never been in line somewhere. I've never been in line at fucking Safeway, and there's when there's only 2 checkers and there's 50 people who want to check out, and they're like, "Fuck it, you guys in the back can just go free. Don't even pay." Never seen that. I don't understand what he's saying either because I don't have the full context, but I have to guess that's what he's saying, unless he's completely retarded and he hates Kamala. Unless he's stumping. I'm assuming he's stumping for Kamala.
In Georgia, not very long ago, didn't you? They made an ad about a young woman who'd been killed by an immigrant. Yeah, well, if they'd all been properly vetted,
She wasn't killed by an immigrant. She was killed by a fucking illegal alien.
that probably wouldn't have happened.
If he would have been vetted, that wouldn't have happened. No, if he wasn't let in over the fucking border without being vetted.
But if they're all properly vetted, and that doesn't happen, and America is not having enough babies to...
What he's saying here is in America is not having enough babies. Wow. 70 million babies killed since 1970 in the United States. Disproportionately black. I wonder what the ratio is of sexual harassment charges from men to women versus women to men. Oh, Ken Walters, good point. Sevi and shops in San Francisco and Oakland, they go straight past the register, no lines. Fair enough. Anyway, I have no fucking idea what Bill Clinton's saying, but it doesn't sound like it's going to help Kamala. Hey, you can't put Trump with that group. Trish, watch his podcast with Andrew Schultz. Motherfucker's sharp as a tack. Men don't charge women with harassment. I don't think I've ever been harassed. Sevi, off topic. What's going on with Liver King? You guys still buddies? I would never say we were buddies. I probably wanted to be buddies with him. He was just too busy and lived too far away. But he contacted me a few days, but I hadn't talked to him probably over a year, 2 years even. I don't know. Times, I can't even keep track of time, but he contacted me he contacted me at the games. Maybe I was at the games already. And he said, "Hey, I want to come to the games with my family. I'll buy tickets or do whatever. Can you help me out?" And I said, "Sure." And then he was at the games and he wanted to hang out, but I was busy. I couldn't hang out. I mean, I would have loved to have hang out. I'm not hanging out with anyone at the games. I got shit to film. I don't even think I want to do the behind the scenes next year. It's so weird. I've been thinking about it. I don't know what I want to do. Last year left a bad taste in my mouth. I want to do a whole show. Have you seen this fucking clip going around that Talking Elite Fitness made? I don't know if I have time to fucking go there. You guys want to go there? God damn. Oh, I need a Kill Taylor sponsor for this week. If anyone wants to sponsor the show, let me know. We don't have a sponsor yet. Kill Taylor needs a sponsor this Saturday. And we don't have one. What about just following an athlete for a season instead of just a games doc? Yeah, not a bad idea. I don't know what a season is. Yeah, Dig Butter 500. Somebody give me $500, please. No, give me $500, please. I can't wait till I can charge fucking $2,000 and only give away $500. We have cracked the code. Weird Al Yankovic. I figured out the shadow war. He figured out the shadow war. Writing your blog. My blog. Listen, have any of you guys ever seen the old CrossFit website? Does anyone remember it? It was Yankovic, ahead of his time. Why did BP and Swolverine pull out of sponsorship? I don't think they pulled out of sponsorship. The way it happens is this. So someone will contact us and they'll be like, hey, we want to sponsor the show. And we'll be like, okay. And then they'll send over like a 3-month contract. And then you sign it. And then like you do their, you peddle their wares for 3 months and then you move on. And hopefully you build a relationship with them. And the reason why a lot of sponsors don't want to stay with one person too long, because what they do is they get a huge spike out of the initial relationship, right? And then they want to go away for like, 6 months and then they want to come back. Yeah, contracts are dumb. I fucking hate them. I did not want to sign the Fit Aid contract. We did all the work. We fulfilled all our obligations. And they were kept saying, hey, sign the contract so we can pay you. Sign the contract so we can pay you. And Susan's like, dude, sign the fucking contract so they can pay us. I'm like, I don't want to sign the fucking contract. I don't fucking care if they fucking pay us. I want to sign the fucking contract. With Born Primitive, we never did that. You just call Bear or Claire and you're like, hey, can I have X amount of dollars? They're like, sure. I mean, I don't think they do that with everyone. I don't think we had a contract with Swolverine either. I can't remember. I great working with Fit Aid though. I mean, great. And they're like a fucking big company. They have like 50 employees. They have like lawyers and marketing people and shit like that. Oh, Code Sevon is still working on Swolverine. No shit. I'll have to look this up, Pat. I didn't see that about the plagiarism. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. But we do need a sponsor. If we don't get a sponsor, I'll just use Matuthian. But it would be great to get a sponsor. I love having a sponsor. I love having a sponsor. Yeah, Van Shoes would be a great sponsor.
A mugger comes to a woman who is pregnant and shoots the woman in the abdomen and the baby dies. He is arrested for homicide. Homicide. That's the charge. But if she wants to kill it, it's a non-issue. So I don't understand. The it doesn't have any worth if the woman wishes to kill it, but it has infinite worth if she doesn't want to kill it. That's not extreme? If a mugger comes to a woman who is pregnant and shoots the woman in the abdomen and the baby dies, he is arrested for homicide. Homicide. That's the charge. But if she wants to kill it, it's a non-issue. So I don't understand. The it doesn't have any worth if the woman wishes to kill it, but it has infinite worth if she doesn't want to kill it. That's not extreme?
How cool is that? If you're a woman, you have the right to kill. Wouldn't accept the Pfizer sponsorship. No, fuck yeah. I would accept any sponsorship if it was from any organization. From any organization, I'd accept the sponsorship. What are you, fucking nuts? You don't have to listen. Just because the athletes sell their souls to sponsors, that you don't have to sell your soul to a sponsor for a sponsorship. When I did the debrief with the exerciser crew, they were laughing because I didn't use the exerciser. I don't need the exerciser. Fucking, I'm raising 3 boys. I don't have time 15 minutes a day to fucking make my giant hog even bigger. I ain't fucking with perfection. I got a perfect meatsicle. That's it. This, I'd love to do a. I'm decently transphobic. Yeah, me too. I like trannies when I'm in the audience, Andrew, and they're on stage performing. That's where you know what I mean, like the chorus line or some shit. Yeah, I'll take any. This week's Kill Taylor brought to you by Pfizer. I'd love to do that. That'd be awesome. So if you're a woman, you have the right to kill a baby. That's whatever. I guess that is what it. I guess that is what it is. What's this one? This one says, "Oh God, do you guys want to do this? You guys want to see this fucking crazy shit? These fucking asshats." Here we go.
What's the deadline here? Because I feel like this, in the results of this investigation and the impending decisions, are going to have a giant impact on what the season looks like next year.
What did he just say? What's the deadline? I started listening to this. I haven't gotten through the whole thing. They have a whole podcast. They got a picture of Lazarus. It's got a shitload of views.
The order of communication has to be so delicate right now because, I mean, everybody is walking on eggshells.
Who? What? Everyone's walking on eggshells? What's the deadline?
Because a lot of athletes probably don't know if they're going to compete until they know the results of the investigation.
What's a lot of athletes? What do they think that they're going to find in the investigation that's going to make athletes want to compete or not?
I think I tend to agree with Lauren on this too, because and even looking at the discourse, anytime CrossFit or the games post something, it's like, where are the results? Why haven't we heard anything yet? And I guarantee you, if they put out the full season schedule right now, if they had it, people would be like, well, why does this matter if we haven't even gotten results from the information?
So I know this is out of context. I know it's just a reel. I know it's supposed to get you to watch their podcast, and it did get me to start watching their podcast. I'll probably, when the show's over, go work out and listen to it. But I have no fucking idea what they're talking about. For some reason, the PFAA is less potent and less relevant and less valuable and less relevant than your neighbor's dog that's barking next door. They are at least, you know, your neighbor's dog barks and you're like, fuck, I wonder what the dog's barking at. And then but it barks every night at 5 o'clock, you know? So after a while, you're just like, okay. And the only relevance becomes up. It must be 5 o'clock. Oh, it's like that every morning. I wake up to a rooster. Every fucking morning. It's weird. It's not all year. It's just during the summer months. I don't know why roosters change in the winter. But every morning I wake up to a rooster, and I know that after that rooster starts doing its thing, it's only a matter of time before my alarm goes off. It's probably like 5 minutes. So I usually close my eyes and just focus on my breathing, and then my alarm goes off. That's every morning. That's the fucking PFAA. Like, I don't understand how I don't understand how they make these presuppositions that they have any relevance or what their demands are or who all these athletes they are that they're talking about. Who are they talking about? Jeff Adler or Laura Horvat or like Bobai? I think Brent's already said he's not competing because he's going to focus on PFAA all year. Like nobody cares. And every time they post something, someone in the comments is like, "Where's the investigation?" Who cares, dude?
Tommy's point about CrossFit not having any type of response to the PFAA's demands.
Why would you respond? I never respond to the rooster or to the dog barking ever. I never. I've lived here 8 years. My neighbor's dog barks every day at some point during the day, and it barks against my dog, and they bark at the fence, and I never fucking respond. My neighbor sometimes I hear yells at their dogs. They have 2 Malinois. And then sometimes they set up a sprinkler that goes off automatically. So when their dog starts barking, I can hear a sprinkler turn on for like 30 seconds and then the dogs run away. They must have a sprinkler there that's like sprays the fence. And the dogs have scratched so hard on the fence on both sides that there's a hole in it now, like sanded down. Demands. I don't know what reality they're living in. That they think that what do they think the balance of power is or control or I don't know what presupposition that they live in that makes any sense to what they're saying. I would love to see Lauren have kids and see how she'd deal with that. It's like when your kid engages you on a topic that they have no say in, like in engaging them on it. You just don't engage them. They're the PFAA isn't even the children in the room.
It is a bit disheartening that there hasn't been any type of statement or announcement, and not even that they agree, disagree, indifferent. Just, hey, we have received these, and these are the.
I'm the exact opposite of her. I would be disheartened if they acknowledge the PFAA. I would be completely disheartened if they did acknowledge the PFAA. I'd be like, "What are you doing? Really? It's that easy?" I'd have the PFAG send them a letter then, demanding that I get to film every year. She's disappointed that they're not responding to the PFAA
steps that we're doing. Stand by for more info.
Where's her line of who should get a direct response from CrossFit when they write something versus who shouldn't? People who paid money to go to a seminar, affiliates, anyone that they have some sort of financial exchange with. I'm more concerned that CrossFit makes sure that, let's say someone signs up for the Open, they pay the $20, and for some reason they can't get their scores in. I put that as a top priority over anything the PFAA says. If you really want to see some crazy shit, you should go to see what Carolyn Lambre wrote. She's fucking off her fucking rocker.
You know what I mean? I'm writing it on the fly in my head. It doesn't.
It's the accountant email that says received, and that's it. You're like, all right, got it.
Right, because right now
you know Brent called Dawn and said these are our fucking demands, and Dawn said okay, and then Brent said, okay, we're going to post these. And Dawn said, please don't do that. And then Brent posted them anyway. Like, they've spoken. Brent played his hand. The PFAA played their hand. They played their hand. Ghosting people, man, is awesome. You ever get ghosted? It's fucking gnarly. Ghosting is different than like not responding to a text because you're just fucking overwhelmed. But why the fuck would they respond to the PFAA? Here, more importantly, why does what do Tommy and Lauren and Shawnee think about the PFAA and CrossFit, they're not dumb people. They have deep insights. Why would they? That it makes no sense.
Now it feels like they've just been left on red, and you see that they read the message, and now it's a little.
That's not even true at all. Everyone knows that's not even true at all. She's not even close to the fact that. What do you mean left on red? You mean she's talking about how the public perceives it. She wants this to be fought out in the public. The PFAA and CrossFit have fucking had their fucking exchange. The PFAA played their hand. They flashed their piece, and CrossFit is inside the house with the door closed. They don't have to come out and fucking shoot PFAA. They don't have to do anything. Man, it's just fucking why I just don't get their perspective, how they this makes any sense to them.
A little bit awkward, and you're doing that dance. And I do appreciate that they could have lawyers or
Not could, Lauren. They do have lawyers. Everyone has lawyers.
people telling them, do not say anything. Like you are kind of at this chokehold right now.
I thought Dawn would be doing like regular updates here. You know, because he came out and they did the video that's got like 73,000 views about the investigation.
How they would do regular updates, and then the reason is because they have 73,000 views. First of all, his updates don't say anything.
Like, why not come out every week? Like, hey, here's where we are.
Why not come out every week? Why come out every week? That you please tell me that.
And even that might run astray or afoul of whatever your legal team is telling you, because it's the people that we're used to hearing from over. Like Dave has not done a week in review since before the games or during the games. He hasn't done one of his videos. Mm-hmm. He's posted some things on Instagram, but he's not done anything. It's been relatively quiet over there. I'm really, and I am with you guys. It's like there's this weird, like there's this order of things that need to happen, but the longer they wait to do step number one is like just, to me, guaranteeing more chaos for down the road.
The exact opposite. The longer they wait, the less chaos.
And what this is going to look like. What's the deadline here? Because
there is no fucking deadline. There is no fucking deadline. It doesn't matter. The dog can bark every day at 5 o'clock. It just doesn't matter. Why are you giving it relevance? Jeez Louise, guys. Let me see if I can find this letter from Miss Lambre. So this is Jeffrey Adler's wife. She posted this. October 8th marked the 2-month anniversary of Lazar's death. Anniversary? The day before that, I was speaking with Controlled Strategies, the company hired by CrossFit to investigate one of the 2024 CrossFit Games. Event one of the 2024 CrossFit Games. The company hired by CrossFit to investigate event one of the 2024 CrossFit Games. Why are they talking to her? If I'm talking to her, I'm only talking to her for political purposes. I'm not talking to her because I give two. Why would they give two? Doesn't that make you suspicious of the investigation or the validity of the investigation? Like maybe they're just maybe the investigation is just a giant farce, and they're really doing it to instead of like to get to the truth. They're doing it just to figure out, get information from these people, so how to build a better defense. Or, hey, how about this more realistically? The investigation, obviously, since it's paid for by CrossFit, is just a document that they're never going to fucking share, which I would never share if I was them, ever. I mean, dude, they didn't share the NSCA fucking settlement. Why the fuck would they share this investigation? So I think that Carolyn and the others who are talking to the investigators have been completely duped. All they're trying to do is figure out how much they're going to pay Luca. And they're never going to share it. And I don't fucking blame them. And I wouldn't share it fucking either. It took me 3 or 4 weeks to set up that meeting after receiving their contact information. Oh, so she pushed. So she's trying to say relevant. This is some sort of therapy for her. Okay. So she's pushing. She's social justice warrioring, white knighting. So she pushed for the meeting. Okay, that's okay. I know everyone wants answers now. I do too. I but I also understand that everyone is living with this and will be ready to speak at different times. The meeting went well, but I was nervous about reliving and discussing that fatal morning. What do you think was harder? I guess that puts the Tampon Tim thing in perspective, right? That kid who got fucking had to suck Tim Walz' cock allegedly and took a load in his mouth. That was probably pretty hard for him to relive. I wonder what I'm trying to figure out what's hard. What I'm trying to think. You want to give information to the investigators, but you're afraid that you're going to burst out into crying thinking about Lazar dying, and somehow that inhibits you from going there. I mean, I'm not you, but that sounds fucking ridiculous to me. The meeting went well, but I was nervous about I mean, you're not even related to the guy. To my fellow coaches that were there August 8th, your insight will be invaluable. That's absolutely not true. If you were on the fence like I was about sharing your experiences of Event 1 with them, DM me if you want to know more about mine. God, this is so bizarre. P.S. Postscript. To all the fans. What fans? Please remain patient and respectful. We all love the sport. No one wants to see it go away. But when NFL players realized the health risks of concussions, they didn't demand tackles be removed from football. Actually, they did change the way the legality of how people were tackled, actually. It was better return to play protocols and improved helmets that came out of it. And many people argue that the helmets aren't improved. It was better return to play. It was better return to play protocols. Well, yeah, that means changing the tackles. If in F1, the halo is created, not slower cars, run off tracks, better sausage curbs that destabilize the cars less, etc. Look at the history of any sport, you will see an evolution. Oh, cool. So she has these great examples for other sports. Let's see if she can give one for CrossFit. Just one. Just one example of where things are dangerous and need to be proved. Because you went out of your way to give these examples of these other sports. It meant changing, Sevon, it meant changing how long you had to sit out after a concussion. Yeah, that's good too. Look at the history of any sport and you'll see an evolution, okay? Athletes do not ask to make their sports less entertaining. They demand to make them safer for them to take risk. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't even... Those that precede the current... No one wants to get hurt. But where's your fucking example of something that needs to be changed at CrossFit or something that was too dangerous? What are you talking about? Why would you give 2 other examples for other sports, but you're not giving anything for CrossFit? Those that precede the current generation of athlete in any sport paved the way for them to enjoy what they have now. Of course, quiet. Let the adults speak. Things will never be perfect. Progress over perfection. But at some point, mediocrity and status quo is no longer acceptable. Of course, no examples, nothing given. More propaganda. Just bullshit. In professional cycling, someone dies most years. I bet you it's every year. Can you name a year someone didn't die? Is it time for our sport to evolve? It's not survive. It is time for our sport to evolve. Okay, how about the example? What are you talking about? It is not survival of the fittest, but of the most adaptable. CrossFit has ingrained this ability to adapt in all of us. Isn't it time they did too? Dude, the games have changed and adapted every year. What the fuck is she talking about? As usual, I will leave the comment section open. Ooh. Please share your thoughts and feelings by using I lead I lead statements and not generalizations. So her whole thing is generalizations, nothing specific, but she needs you to start with I leads. God, she's such a fucking Canadian. Dude, you should get a job at fucking the State Department, Carolyn. Tell people how to talk. Be vague. Just offer propaganda. Didn't say anything. Or get a position at the PFAA. She's even telling you how to reply. Exactly. I wish some fucking dude would enter the women's competition at CrossFit. Wouldn't that be fucking great? We really need a dude to make a run at that. Did she take a special selfie of herself looking pissed for the post? Probably. God, good riddance. Thank you for your contribution. And get the fuck out. I guess a couple of the boys got sick after Crash Crucible. Like bad sick, vomiting and shitting. I'm reading the thread now. I got to call my wife really quick. That was weird. I just pinched my nuts. I did the where you pinch your nuts and move them in your hand like this to scratch them. I forget I'm on the air. That's why it's good I don't use a wide shot, because sometimes I have to like do stuff down here, adjust, like pinch the nuts, like peel the dick off my leg.
Hello, you've reached Haley. Leave a message. Thanks.
When I call you, you answer. I do that thing where like I grab like my underwear and my pants and I go like that and kind of just shake the nuts off the cock and balls apart from each other. Let me call her again.
Hey, I can't really talk.
Okay.
Is that important?
Yeah. Can the kids do back? Can Ari or Joseph take Avi's tennis lesson today? So we go for 2 hours.
Oh shoot, that's right.
Will you
He has noon.
Yeah, will you text him and find out and just be like, hey, we'll bring them Ari and Joseph for the.
But I told Maggie we would bring the kids over so they can. Did you see that text message thread?
Yeah.
Okay. What if we did an hour and a half?
Okay. Tell him. I'll call him.
You'll call Adam?
This is man shit. I got to handle this.
Oh, okay. Are you going to call him live on the show?
No. I heard what you said. Okay. I saw what you did there. Like, it's not man shit. I saw what you did.
I can tell him we can bring the twins at 12:30 if you want to do.
No, tell him. I would tell him this. Hey, in the future, we'll take both lessons for Ari and Joseph if you're cool with it.
Okay, but not today.
I mean, it sounds like you already made plans for them.
Yeah. Well, they're leaving tomorrow morning.
I'll be having a stern talk with you when. They are? Okay, never mind. Good job. Well done.
That's why.
Well job stepping in and running the house while I'm doing the podcast. I appreciate you.
There you go. Much better.
You're a good vice president. I love you, bye. But will you
love you,
tell him
bye.
that? Will you tell him
Isabel's-
that? That way,
Yeah.
that way he gets acknowledgement that we know that we want that. Plus, I feel bad because he allocated 2 hours for us, and we should be paying him and taking that time, or at least paying him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Haley spent 5 hours in the ER yesterday. Avi got his toe. He's been complaining about his toe for a while. He got a broken toe. X-rays came back. His toe is broken. So he can't do tennis. I didn't know this. I guess I've never. They just tape. They don't cast it or anything. They just tape the big toe to the little toe. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Mine's broken too. I was ignoring it. That's what I've been just letting him just like do whatever he wants to do. Basically, he just can't wear shoes. So I took him to tennis last week and he played for a half hour. He's like, dude, this is bad. I go, what's going on? He goes, it's throbbing. I mean, if the instructor was cool with it, I would let him just play barefoot. But now the doctor says he has to stay off of it for a while. You guys want to talk about, hey, I should go. I feel like I should go inside now. Like the day started in my house without me. So Kamala's husband slaps bitches. Emhoff sucks off boys, allegedly. Both alleged. It's quite the narrative around the Democrat candidates.
Big deal. The vice president's husband, who's redefining masculinity and lecturing us all about bigotry all the time, sanctimonious little prick that guy is. That guy is accused of hitting a woman in the face and causing another woman to have a miscarriage.
Right. You know, she's married this guy. In recent weeks, it's come out that he is very credibly accused by a woman who's told her story to multiple publications of publicly slapping her at the Cannes Film Festival, where this lady...
I'd be so disappointed in my daughter if that fucking cuck slapped my daughter. I'd be like, how did you let that fucking fat turd slap her?
He had
In the
been
face.
invited in the face so hard that she spun around from it. But the more shocking part of the story is that this woman recounts that Emhoff casually told her in the days or weeks before this incident, he had been accused by his elementary school teacher's babysitter,
School-age children.
children's teacher, sorry,
Yeah.
getting her pregnant and then causing the miscarriage, causing the termination of the pregnancy.
How do you cause a miscarriage? Yes. How can I help you? What? How can I help you? Yeah, this is my podcast. You come in here every morning now and you think, what? What? You are?
If you don't want me in here.
I don't know. I want to talk about it. Where the line is between my podcast. Do you want to start your own podcast? Maybe you should stop your.
I just like talking to you.
You just like talking to me?
When I see you every
Okay, hold on. Don't put your headphones on yet. I want to share one more thing. Okay, hold on. Not yet. I don't want you to hear this thing.
Prosecuted under Section 7 of the BC Human Rights Code, which says it's illegal to publish anything that's, quote, likely to expose a person to hatred or contempt. And just showing Jonathan Yaniv's vicious conduct is going to make a lot of people feel contempt for him. Here he is just a few weeks ago using the most atrocious racist epithets to attack our reporter Drea in Vancouver, who happens to be black. Get a load of this guy.
Nigger, 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 fuck you.
Why would they bleep that out? Hey, and by the way, if you're black and you're wondering where you fall in the protected class, you fall below white men who dress as women. Isn't that crazy? You fall below that in the.
I understand.
I'll bring. Okay, I have to. I'm not. We're bringing. We're going to talk about this, but not now. My son just walked in the room.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. You're good. I love you.
Okay.
It's crazy. Yeah, Rebel News is great, isn't it? It's crazy that there's tiers to the protected class. It's so crazy. More and more, I realize that's all the Dems are doing. They just want to put it in a class system. What's up, dude? How are you?
Good.
How's the Lego coming?
Yeah, I'm almost done I'm starting on bag 6, even though I just start over.
You're building the Hulkbuster?
Uh-huh.
And
Or we can call it Iron Man. I'm making fun of you, so don't take it personally.
yeah, because I call it Iron Man and you call it the Hulkbuster. Let me show people what you're doing.
It busts Hulk, but you meant in the Hulk movie. He was wearing the Hulkbuster. He went inside the Hulkbuster. Yep, there it is. Go back up.
I
there
see
it is.
I see it. Tranquilo.
It even says Hulkbuster.
Criminy, you're out of your gourd this morning. Okay, look at Hulkbuster. So you're building this.
Uh-huh.
And it's for 18 years old up, and it has 4,000 pieces. How old?
4,049, but it doesn't make a difference.
How old are you?
7. I'm gonna turn 8 soon, real soon. September 22nd.
How long have you been working on it?
Probably for like 10 days, but I'm on bag 6 because I'm on bag 6. I had to start over, so I'm bag 6.
Yeah. You had that was pretty wild. What happened, right?
I mean, I got teared up, but I didn't cry fully. I was expecting to cry though.
Yeah. Tell the story. What happened?
So, and if I mess up on bag 6, I'm so pissed.
Okay, go on.
Okay.
Don't use that word.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Go ahead.
I'm just being mad. Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
So wait, how like messed up?
Yeah, just to tell you. I mean, basically, you spent 2 full days, like 5 hours a day. You spent 10 hours working on it.
Yeah.
And then you realized what?
I messed up. Cause
you put it together wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you assembled it wrong because it's for 18 years old and you're a 7-year-old.
Yeah. But now
it got all fucked up.
I passed that part now.
And then you took it all apart again.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought for sure you were gonna cry and never rebuild it.
I did though. I'm on bag 6.
I know, that's what's crazy.
That's
a huge milestone. Any other time you've messed up, you start crying and you abandon the Lego. This one, you took it apart. You took like a day break and then you got back to it. Are you past where you were when you took it apart? Are you following me on that? Do you understand that?
Yeah, I am.
You are past that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Good job, dude. You're a beast.
I'm on bag 6, but it's pretty big. It's big. Oh, it's gonna look so cool when I'm done with bag 6. It's gonna look cool.
I have to tell you, if I would have gotten as far as you did and I had to take it apart, I would be so demoralized. I would go outside and scream. I could not believe how well you kept it together. I saw you were doing the breathing exercises your mom taught you. You're like, Heidi. I'm like, what? You're like,
I had to start over.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Oh, and if you build a mini tiny Hulkbuster, it's not like the baby head. It's not like this big. It's like this big, if you're wondering.
Maybe when you're done with it, you could bring it in here and show people.
Oh, I have the head right now. Do you want me to bring it in? I'll put it back.
No, when you're done, you can bring in the the entire Hulkbuster. Why do they call it a Hulkbuster? It looks just like Iron Man.
Well, Iron Man built it.
Tony Stark.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So he made it for Hulk, basically, kinda.
To beat the Hulk, or for the Hulk to get in it?
To beat the Hulk and for Hulk to get in it. Doesn't really make sense though.
Oh, interesting.
There's movies of him getting like demolished by it. There's a movie of the Hulkbuster getting demolished by a Hulk. It's weird, but they call it the Hulkbuster.
Do you want to go bring the body in here that you built?
Uh-huh.
What if when you're walking over here though, you trip in the backyard
Mm.
and it falls and breaks?
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
You were?
Yeah.
That would suck, right?
I was thinking about that when it was full built, actually.
What if it falls and
Yeah.
breaks? Hey,
So
you have a Lego right by the light switch in your bedroom that's a Batman,
yeah.
and I've knocked him over like 5 times. So yesterday I moved him, and then when I came back, I saw someone put him back.
That was me.
It was you. You have him by the light switch.
You want me to switch it?
I don't know. Don't you think that's a little risky?
Well, the problem is I can't turn on. It's harder for me to turn off the light. Turn on the light or turn off.
With Batman there?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He should find a new home.
Oh, I'm putting him somewhere else.
Yeah. Mike Poolboy says Iron Man made it to defeat the Hulk. Oh.
Yeah, that too. That's basically what I was saying. I finished Kumon and I finished Armenian piano.
Today already?
Yeah, and I brushed my teeth and got dressed. You can even see that.
You brushed your teeth, you got dressed, you did Kumon.
Mhm.
Math and English?
You mean math and reading?
Math and reading?
Uh-huh.
And you did piano? Was Meds Mighty Care?
Yeah.
And you studied Armenian? Dude, it's only 9 a.m. What a morning.
Oh, I think McKenna comes at 9:30, I think.
To do striking?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. What a day.
Oh, you're going to be actually kind of... Maggie invited us to go to her house after McKenna.
Oh. You're supposed to have tennis today for 2 hours after striking.
What? No, it starts at 1.
I know, but I moved it, since Avi's toe's broken. You and Joey are gonna take all 2 hours, but not today. But starting next week.
So we're only doing clinic today?
I don't know about that, but I'm just saying. Normally you have a 1 hour private lesson, but now it's gonna start being 2 hours for the next 6 weeks because I don't want to lose that spot.
2 hours? So we're each gonna do an hour?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be kidding me. Take deep breath.
Why don't you like tennis? You're so good at it.
I don't know. It's just that I feel like it's a waste.
Don't you think it helps I mean, Joey loves it, right? And Avi loves it. Don't you think it's a good like tool for your jiu-jitsu?
I figured out something.
Yeah.
I'm way different than Avi and Joey.
Explain to me.
Like everything they love, the opposite I love. Like everything they love, I hate.
Like, give me an example.
Like whatever I love, they kind of hate. So like,
You like
I mean,
avocado,
I don't hate
Joey
tennis.
doesn't.
I don't hate tennis, but I just don't like it.
Well, okay, that's good. That makes me happy. What about avocado? You'll eat avocado. Yesterday, you ate avocado and arugula,
Yeah, and Joey didn't want to.
and Joey didn't want to.
Yeah, but then he ate it.
Yeah.
He doesn't like his jiu-jitsu as much as tennis. But I like jiu-jitsu more than tennis. It's just that it's like more fun. I get to talk to my friends more.
Hey,
So I like about it.
I was gonna say I think Joey likes tennis and jiu-jitsu because he gets to go and hang out with the girls. I think that's his motivation to do
You know
everything.
what I like about tennis though too a lot?
What?
There's less people.
Yeah. Well, it's a bigger area. Yeah. Yeah. And we've taken quite the break from skateboarding. We haven't done any serious skateboarding in a few weeks.
Mm-hmm. When do we have like a lesson with Luke? We usually have a lesson with him.
I know. I need to organize that. Soon as I think when the Glassmans leave on Wednesday, then we'll get into more of a flow.
That's in 2 days, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 2
Leave the
days.
17th.
Yeah, this is Ari got the double gold. Heidi, that's too long, Sevy. Do an hour yourself for fuck's sake. No.
Oh, did they say I got my gray belt too?
Sevon, if you're homeschooling as a male parent, is that a red flag too? No, that's called being a fucking dad. I'm just raising my kid. I don't homeschool. I raise them. What'd you say?
Did I say I got my gray belt too?
I'm not saying. Oh, hold on one second. Sorry. I'm not saying. Listen, I'm just saying that you stack up enough fucking correlates and things start becoming more and more. The picture comes in. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
Can I have that? Is that the easiest one?
No, this is the easiest one.
Oh, can I have that one?
Yeah.
Get the hardest one for you.
I can't even do the third hardest one.
Can you do the third hardest one with one hand?
Look at these.
two
Look at
hands?
these new wristbands I got.
Are
from
those for
Vindicate.
me?
No, these won't fit you. Your little pinner arms. You need to have big, strong, muscular arms like me.
Did it with two hands.
Yeah, red flags. Male teachers are red flags. Just a small little red flag. Just a small. Just not like, you know what I mean. Just a
Get the
small little-
hardest one.
Just a small little
Get
red
the hardest
flag.
one. I want to see it.
Not like a, you know what I mean. Just a small little red flag. I don't do any of the numbers. Someone asked what numbers is. This is. I can't do. I don't even think I can do I can't do any of the numbers.
I don't see the numbers. I don't
I
get where
actually
the
I can do
numbers-
3. Actually, this is a 1. I can close a 1 barely, just barely. There's like no satisfaction in closing the 1 though. It doesn't. I can't explain it. That's here. You want
Do the hardest one. Do the hardest one, and then I want to
this.
feel it.
This is a 3. That's how much I can close the 3. I can't close it at all.
Do the hardest one. See it. No, do the hardest one with both hands.
I can't. I don't think I could do it with both hands. I'd get a hemorrhoid. Here's a. Oh shit! I thought I closed a 1, but is this a fucking 1 here, or is this a 1?
Give it to me.
Oh, maybe I can't close the 1.
This is a 0.
Maybe I can't
It
close.
looks
Maybe
like a 0.
I can't. Here's a 2. I can't even close it. This is what I can do on the 2. Here's a 3.5. Oh my god! Feel this one. This is a 3.5. That's the second hardest one.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I could probably move it with both hands. I barely move it with both hands.
This is the hardest one.
I want to see you do it.
I can't. Oh god! I'll break my back. How'd you hurt your back? Squeezing a gripper. 3.5.
This is. I have this. It says 0. What's this one? This is a 4. This is a G.
Look at this one. This is a little sissy one.
Can I have that? Can I have that? Can I have that?
Oh, this one makes good sounds. If you can close this with 2 hands, I'll keep you as a son.
What?
Okay. No, like this. Put it like this. Oh, this thing.
That's hard. It hurts my my hands.
Sometimes what I do is I put it in my mouth and close it with my mouth.
How? It's
I'm joking.
How do you do this? It's harder than the easiest one.
It is?
Yeah.
Were you able to? Oh, yeah, you're right. It is. Were you able to close this one?
Yeah, with 2 hands.
Yeah.
You act like it's nothing.
No, I'm a bad dude. I'm like the world's strongest dad. What are you talking about?
No, you're not.
What? Name one dad stronger than me? Exactly.
Andrew Hiller.
He's not a dad.
He's gonna be.
Oh.
So it counts as the dad. So, ew. I can't close it.
I'm already sweating. I wore these and I'm already sweating.
Ow.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you can have this back. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my god. What time is it?
I got to figure out a way to get this.
In a couple minutes, Avi's gonna. Oh no, Avi's not gonna come in. He might.
No, I'm getting off the air.
Now?
Very soon.
Very soon. It's like right now.
Very soon.
You get off at like 9. Why?
It depends on how long I want the show to go. I can listen to this in a minute.
Yeah. We're live. Welcome to the 7 podcast. Let's dive behind the scenes with the man behind the scene. The needle moving, CrossFit media. Caleb in background, and then there's Souza.
You think this is horrible?
Kinda.
Is it too loud for you?
Executive producer, just shut up and scribble. The man with the most to say, but says so little. No smile, JR 2 syllable. They say he's hot, he's crash crucible. Mr. Self from Taylor, full weight podcaster, not derailer. Mouth like sailor, sentinel, training programmer. Colin Colton, let's build Taylor. Everything you need to know, the 7 Easters got you covered. Got you covered. Anytime you're feeling low, paper sheet baristas.
I know the song.
Coffee powered. Coffee powered. Everything you need to know, the 7 Easters got you covered. Got you covered. Anytime you're feeling low, see peptides. Move you forward. Move you forward. Tyler Watkins, Heat 1. Make your picture the Big John Young, he's coming. Senior analyst, climb his mountain, we like his shouting. Come hill up, new weapon still up. Don't look out overhead or squat below parallel. The Batman gonna fly out ahead. Yo, Pedro, most creative man in space, formerly known as Peter White. Fake news, dry humor, he brings Irish sarcasm to the mic. CrossFit father, Greg Lessman, the solution to the most vexing problem. Fixing broken science is the plan, starting with your level 1. Everything you need to know, the 7 Easters got you covered. Got you covered. Anytime you're feeling low, paper sheet baristas. Coffee powered. Coffee powered. Everything you need to know, the 7 Easters got you covered. Got you covered. Anytime you're feeling low, see peptides. Move you forward. Move you forward. Start with the guest. E-break. Unhinged rant. Talk. Politics, DEI, we should call Laura. Chasing Grum, Bill Gunler, Caleb and the shot taken. Brian spin with the Bible spin. News like adrenaline. Wonder if they would let him do the behind the scene this year. He and his team brings excitement we haven't seen many years. Bryson Del Monte gets XLTs that vindicate. The man who orchestrate Will Brandstetter looks like a graduate. Everything you need to know, the 7 Easters got you covered. Got you covered. Anytime you're feeling low, paper street baristas. Coffee powered. Coffee powered. Everything you need to know, the 7 Easters got you covered. Got you covered. Anytime you're feeling low, see peptides. Move you forward. Move you forward. Bye-bye.
Hey, I know where you learned bye-bye. Right there at the end when he said bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You know who taught me bye-bye?
Yeah.
By the way, a friend of mine made this. Sabir and Kelly.
Can I try?
Making music?
No, that.
This?
Yeah.
No.
What is it?
Coffee.
Oh, gross.
Mom taught me that. She said that for the longest time.
Taught you what?
Bye-bye. She used to just say to me, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Oh.
She used to do that to me. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
If you're listening to the show, don't take it personally. No.
What if the guy's listening to the show who made the song and you said the song sucks? Did it grow on you? Did you like it by the end? Yeah. Okay, good. Me too. I liked it too. All right. Want to go fly drones?
Yeah. Can you Avi's gonna set up my Neo.
Okay. All right.
It has a battery in it.
Matt Sousa's coming on at 11 a.m. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.